Hi there and welcome back to Shadowrun Returns. I'm Byron and we're still in the warehouse. Just killed a bunch of other Shadowrunners in the last video. And I'm just looking whether there's something to interact with here. Doesn't seem to be the case. Our happy shaman has run off ahead. That should probably indicate that there is no more danger here. There she is. This is where we came in. Okay, I guess there's nothing really to get here. Wow, this is a huge troll. Well, he did his job. Let's talk to Shannon Halfsky then. I will now summon the spirit. Well, it's the spirits apparently. Forgotten souls. The air grows cold and the spirits of dead children coalesce from the vapor of your breath. The cherubic faces are burned and their lips quiver as if they are about to cry, but their eyes are round and vacant, and they glare at you now, unblinking. We are the innocents who have perished in the flames, choking on smoke as we fell from the sky, crying for our mothers. You bring anchors to our world, which was once home to us, to your world, which was once home to us, and we will use them to testify. Show the first magical fetish to the spirits. We no longer see the world of Flesh Seeker, only the essence and auras of living things. Words do. Words may echo through the veil, and sometimes we may hear them. Last night this place was filled with a scream that went on and on, drawing us to it. It was a man crying out for a witness as he died, and so we came to bear witness, but fled in terror before the malevolent spirit that profaned the man's remains. This spirit was other. It was not of this place. It had twisted its way through the veil and through the dark to come here. Show the second magical fetish to the spirits. When the other had gone and we returned to our vigil, we found two creatures of flesh. One you would call an elf, unsullied by technology and able to channel the energies of the cosmos. Yet his spirit was corrupted from within. He was dark and twisted, yet not like the other, so we did not flee. The second we know to be a troll. Ribbons of his essence had deflated from him, leaving cold machinery behind. His aura was the aura of one simple and confused. Between elf and troll lay the remains of the man whose sister now chants us for justice. The elf, his essence, remains in this place. Where the man died, something has been left behind. A small part of him, perhaps. Spirit, can you tell us more? The spirit begins to fade, all but one. Its eyes harden and it takes full measure of you, as if to commit everything about you to memory. No, we must not stay. With the spirit's gun, the young shaman releases her hold on the magical tether, connecting her to the other realm. She reels from the backlash, or perhaps from the emotional toll of knowing her brother's last moments. They saw him. They were with him when he died. You alright? She takes a series of controlled breaths, only shuddering with the first view. No, but I will be. I don't want that for him. Not what those poor souls have endured. My brother deserves to be free. He will be once we find his killer. Yes, the elf and the troll. We have to find that piece of the elf the spirit spoke of. It is our best hope of stopping this. Okay, so we go back to the place where the guy was murdered. was somewhere around here, I think. There. DNA evidence. Blood. This is what the spirits wanted us to find. A piece of my brother's killer. It's not much, but it's enough. She scowls at it, looking every bit like she intends to reach through the small sample and dismember its owner from afar. And perhaps she can. Is that enough to target a spell? All I need is a drop and adequate time. But I'm still feeling quite drained. I'll need to rest before I can try anything so involved. When I'm able, I'll commune with Bear, consult the spirits, and do what must be done. But in the meantime, you might take some portion of the sample to pursue a more conventional avenue of attack. I have some friends who might be able to help. Good. Let me know if you learn anything about this elf and troll pair. And you should find them. And should you find them, I want to be there when they are brought low. I want to see the light leave their eyes. For my brother. Well, there's no one else I would rather have by my side. I guess if two people are out for vengeance, it's better. I mean, Caprice is in it for the murder of Sam Watts, and she's in it for the murder of her brother. Kinda makes sense. After hours. When you return to the Seamstresses Union in the early hours of the morning, it seems a completely different place. Bereft of the normal crowd that haunts it, the bar feels desolate, almost abandoned. It's eerie, like the back hallways of hotels and shopping malls. But you finally have a break in your case, a sample of the Ripper's blood. You just need to find someone to help you analyze it. Well, maybe the doc lady? Without its colorful staff, cast of regulars imposing tourists, the Union feels hollow. The front bar and lounge are deserted except for a handful of janitors. Mrs. Kubota is in the back. That's what I've guessed. Nerps. Hey, I just swept there. Well, now you can sweep there again. So, gathered around the intimate back bar, Miss Kubota and her coterie gather for breakfast, with the lady herself doing the cooking. The smell of soy cap and something resembling sausage just fills the room. Hi. Ohio, would you like some? She stops. Forgive me, Omae, but you look like hell. I've been working, Miss Kubota. She looks you over, noting the signs of your nocturnal activities. She nods. Any run you can walk away from is a good run. Helps when the other team doesn't walk away, no one to follow you. I can tell you have been busy, and I can see by the look on your face that there's something you need. Is this about the Ripper? Yep, I found some DNA evidence and need help analyzing it. That is excellent. I will unlock the piano so you may go downstairs. I'm certain someone in the safe house will be able to help you if they are awake. It isn't likely that you will visit the Matrix before the... It is likely that you will visit the Matrix before the day is done. May I take a sausage? Take the whole plate. Thanks. What do you have to say, big guy? Evening, ma'am. I thought it was breakfast. What's the word around town, Mr. Clue? There's been more talk of the Ripper killings. Some people are saying there are hate crimes on account of the victims all being human. What have I told you? The prime suspects were an elf and a troll. Still doesn't mean the killings are racially motivated. People are just too quick to label something a hate crime. Check the census. The city is 66% humans. Close your eyes and throw a rock, you're more than likely to hit a human. Doesn't make it a hate crime. Still a crime though, and that should be enough. This is the first real rise you've seen out of Mr. Clue, but he reins himself in with the roll of his thick shoulders and the smoothing of his jacket. Don't worry. Not gonna start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. I'll leave you to your business, man. Yeah, I don't think this is a hate crime. I think there's something more sinister behind it, something more planned, more strategically planned. Yeah, let's go down. The digital world. You've been doing a lot of legwork in this job, but it's going to require a trip to the cyberspace and back to ID the Ripper, the Matrix, the cybernetic analog of inside the grid, the worldwide computer network, a digital world, information brought to life. Inside cyberspace, your avatar does all the work while your meat body is left behind. All around the avatar are pathways to other nodes filled with data, IC, counter-intrusion programs, and other jacked-in runners. Yeah, I think it's pronounced ICE. Cyberspace has many dangers as the meat world, and more locked doors, security countermeasures, the black ice that can fry a Decker's brain. Every movement you make in the Matrix can be tracked if you aren't careful. Get dump shocked out and your brain gets fuzzy for a bit. Get hit by an enemy dagger and you can die. So, let's see, what do we have? 19 karma points, holy shit. Caprice, you're doing well. So, we increase willpower. Spellcasting I meant. And the thing is, do I want to increase body a little more? 6 and have 60 hit points, or shall we increase willpower some more? Let's increase willpower some more. Very nice. I don't have much money though. I didn't get another spell slot. I guess that's the maximum because, well, it's the end of the notebook. But I guess if I have more willpower, it makes my spells more powerful. At least I hope so. Although it says damage 9. Well, it would be good if I knew how the game mechanics work. No, not to you. Let's talk to Van Grass first. Was hoping to get some peace and quiet tonight. You got something for me? I've got a flight recorder. Would happen to be an Ares flight recorder, would it? Some very powerful buyers are looking for that right now. I can get rid of it for you for say 20%, it leaves 2,000 for you. Deal. Pleasure doing business. So I have some more money, but still, that run was I lost money on that. I spent 3,000 on runners and I only got like 2,000 back. There's nothing to be done here, so I guess I have to talk to him. It's about the Matrix run, then David Fry, the second obvious go-to guy. Morning, you look like you've been up all night. You look like you've seen some action too. Suppose I can do the shower. You here to buy equipment? Negative. Need a DNA analysis. Frank can help you out. Dark Castle equipment isn't really set up for that, he considers for a minute. However, I could employ a semiconductor chip. It could decode DNA using a voltage change instead of light. That would eliminate the use of highly expensive equipment that would be required otherwise. He brightens. I just read a journal about it, so the information is still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about it? The owner's identity. Ah, that's beyond me. All I can get you is the gene code sequence. But that's where I come in. David, if you get me that code sequence, I'm pretty sure we can track its owner down via a matrix run. Will do. Let me have the DNA you want to test. Give Fry the blood sample. Caprice, when David gives me the sequence, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood samples back to its source. Thanks guys, if this works we may find the Emerald City Ripper. No, Drake, returns to Johnny excited. Wake up, Johnny boy, you've got work to do. And Caprice, if we need any gear, I'll be right here. Just got a second wind. Meet you at my rig, Caprice. And 2 more karma, nice. So, actually, yeah, I'll take a look. Actually, I just want to sell. Because what if I can't give that to anybody else in my party, I can just sell it then. Doesn't make much sense to have it. And all of that stuff is dagger stuff. There's nothing Caprice can actually use. Whatever. So 2 more karma points, that's 6. We probably need 8. Well, I hope I'm not wasting my karma here. I intend on maxing out willpower. I assume it's better, but who knows. Without the game mechanics being explained, it's all guesswork. I mean, it says 9 damage, but I have done more, but that may have been a critical, I don't really know. Whether it has anything to do with having more willpower or not. Thanks to the semiconductor-based gene sequencing system that David employed, we should have the information we need to track the Ripper and the Matrix. Really? I'm really impressed with his results, considering it was his first attempt. He was utilizing an unproven technique he'd read about in a science journal, and he was working for memory on minimal sleep. That's great, Professor. What's the plan? We hit the Lone Star DNA database first to see if our donor has a prior criminal record. They have extensive DNA archives. Then we go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks and jack into the Matrix. I can get into their private grid easily, but I've got to warn you, once we're in, it could get a little rough. How much decking experience have you had? 0. I have a throat net here. It's a headband you wear that lets you piggyback me in the Matrix. You'll see and hear everything I do. So if you had a dagger, you could probably do this on your own, but we don't have one. We are not a dagger, so whatever. So what do we have here? A killer level 1, medic, suppression, and a snipper. And that's his deck. Fine, let's go. Your synapses light up as you connect your consciousness to the digital world. Although you aren't jacked in like Johnny, the sensation is overwhelming and electrifying. You can only imagine the way it feels for him. So, well, that sort of is the alert meter. Let's lower it. Okay. The arch will take us to the next node. Fine. The data store ahead is defended by intrusion countermeasures. This one. What do we have here? White sentry eyes. White eyes. White eyes. Do we have to attack now? I guess we have to. What is that here? Execute attacker ESP. No, I don't want that. Those are my programs. What's that? I don't know. So, increase your chances to hit versus enemy eyes and daggers by 50%. So it's a buff. Not bad. We use that. Pretty good. Let's attack the white sentry eyes then, the killer. Ow. Another 40 IP. No. Could use a heal right now. Okay. Now a nice killer on him. And I guess another sniffer. Nice. I guess another killer. I wasn't aware that you had the standard attack, I just learned that, I'm sorry. Okay, the ice is done. Pretty good. Sorry. I want another heal. And another suppression. If you can use it. Apparently you can't. Fine. DNA match located. 100% match. Arrest records database. Subject Silas Forsberg. Status deceased. Profession chop surgical assistant. Priors breaking and entering 2 counts. Public indecency 1 count. Brought in for questioning on accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges were filed. He's probably not deceased. 100% matched to a dead man. Let's keep moving. Okay, so we came from here. Let's go to this now. I guess it's still on. I don't know. Is it still on cooldown? Can't heal myself either. Why am I in combat anyway? I don't know. So, what did we get here? Oh wait, what do I do? Maybe I should get some cover somewhere. Oh, there's 2 of them. Fuck you. Okay, sniffer. Killer. missed me. So, you can heal yourself. Suppression still doesn't seem to work. Well. Oh wait, this one is dead already. Then you take it. And just a regular attack. I've got 2 more hits on the name Silas Forsberg. Yeah, please. Lord, the alert status a bit. Hacked autopsy records. Subject Silas Forsberg. Subject was found overdosed on half a dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in his system. Face was mutilated to prevent ID. Possible self-inflicted. Identity could not be confirmed immediately due to the disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm. No next of kin. So, well, maybe someone forged either the dental records or the teeth of somebody. Large puncture wounds were found in several places on the body, possibly large bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed the smell and called the police when no one answered the door. This just keeps getting weirder. Yes, it does. I'm still not buying the whole dead thingy. If the spirit said that he was the guy, then that's probably true. We could have like half cover here. This doesn't seem to be anything that's better than half cover, apparently. And this is White Century Ice. This one seems to do healing too, so I guess we take it out first. We start with a kill on you. Oh, fucker. So, well, no need to increase our accuracy. 93 is fine. And there's another killer for you. Looks like you're dead. Water. And we attack you. Hate you. Well, I think healing is in order. And a killer. And a regular attack. And we made it. Combat in the Matrix is kinda easy. But he's a good hacker. News article. Return on subject Silas Forsberg. The body of Silas Forsberg, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in Snohomish earlier this week. The body had been there for as long as a month when Forsberg's landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted authorities. Lone Star representatives had issued a statement saying Forsberg's death has been ruled a suicide. According to reports, his body a mass of punctured wounds, and the cause of death was determined to be an overdose of anti-stress medications and sedatives. The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located. With the attorney appointed to his estate, to his estate has located a will written weeks prior, leaving all of his belongings to his psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns. Yet another sad end to a life, as is far too common here on the sprawl. Okay. Now that might be something we can go on. Let's regroup in meat space for a bit. Okay. A shrink. So I guess we just leave where we entered the matrix, around here. So, here's what we know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man whose death was never explained. He worked with chop chops, which fits with the living guy that you've met. The news net says he left his estate to his psychiatrist. Shrink is easy to pronounce. Maybe finding out who his shrink is. No. Maybe finding out who his shrink was will give... Oh, now I get it. Finding out who his shrink was will give us our next clue. My gut says we can dig into the medical board's records and reverse trace to find a stack. Do you in? Give me a minute to collect my thoughts. Yeah, because actually I want to save. Oh, wait. Can't save? Yes, I can save. Okay, so we will take a break here and continue the next video. So thank you very much for watching and see you soon. Bye.